Sounds like a very default state of existence for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
True.
Okay. So y'all just gotta head downstairs to try to find something to eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, as one, you all gather y'all's things and exit the room and begin heading downstairs, where you do come across the fresh scent of what smells like meat and a combination of meat, sausages, pork, and a ham, and just a lot of different kinds of type of meat. And getting further down to the bottom steps, you are welcome to the site of what appears to be a bustling uh, tavern down below, where there's a bar on stool with a couple people at the bar, like ordering something to eat. You're seeing tables across the room, just kind of spread out, where people are eating, people are drinking, people are conversing with each other, and you do find a available table and quickly snag it and gather around. And as y'all are just settling down, you see a what looks to be a very tall bugbear with a dark brown fur comes up to you and looks at all y'all and goes, "What would you like to eat?"
Uh, whatever.
Meat.
Ah, I like you. I will get you all meat.
Thank you.
Of course, I will be right back. And you see, just like Sasquatch in the woods, just
I think that Sasquatch was really just a big bugbear.
you what?
Do you think the Sasquatch is really just a bugbear?
I mean, makes sense. Okay. You have a minute or two before Bugbear comes back in case you want to chat, but let's go. Or you're just gonna sit in silence, just contemplating existence as one does.
Otis is just writing notes in his uh little arm
Notebook.
arm tech.
Like the good baby, good boy he is. He's literally like the only sane one in this entire freaking group.
And that's saying
More or
something.
less.
Yeah. Well, so far he's still sane.
Yeah, so far.
So
Can't say
far,
for how
so
much
good.
longer though.
Don't worry, I'm trying my best to break him. Anyways, after a minute or so goes by, you see the bug bear coming in with large trays that have many different plates of a variety of different kinds of meat, and comes over and goes, "I got some meat for ya," and then just slams him on the table, and he looks at y'all and goes, "Y'all enjoy." Just majestically scurries off.
Well, I know what our general goal is here, but what exactly are we planning on doing now? At this moment?
No clue.
Wonderful.
It's usually how it goes with us. We figure it out as we go, or until something comes up and tries to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Pick the right group to come hang around with,
Right.
and we'll explain more about the nonsense you witnessed later. obviously.
Later. That
I mean, it will
I'm
come
gonna
back
take
up.
a wild guess and say that wasn't a dream.
Ha ha, boy, I wish.
Of course, I wouldn't be that lucky.
Akora,
Yes.
did Valerian seem different to you?
What do you mean? I mean, he
Hmm?
seemed a lot more not arrogant like himself.
Hmm. It might be nothing, but
There's always something,
felt odd.
especially if it scared these two.
It's also about the scariness. Anyway, I'll have to look into it more.
I think we
Just
both
curious.
should. Yeah.
No, not to be intrusive or anything, but w- w- I'm assuming that your dragon was a touch different, Maze. Do you know anything in particular?
It's he just when you look into the eyes of someone for so long, you can notice when there's just twinkle to something different, and it just felt.
That could explain why I wasn't able to feel similar. Valerian and I don't really talk as often as we'd like, or I'd like anyway.
Mhm. It's just strange.
Yeah.
So, rather puzzling. So you're saying that even though their souls are essentially a part of you two, that you don't communicate all that much.
I mean, I talk to Igris fairly often.
I'm just really shit at striking up conversation, I'll be super honest.
Oh. Uh, you don't think it's crucial to strengthen that bond, huh?
Oh, it is. But, I'm just really bad at it.
Hmm.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
I will eventually learn how to do better.
I mean, just,
I'd
you
like to.
know, a few questions every so often. I mean, if it's a mental sort of thing, then you can do it at any time, I suppose.
You're
Mhm.
not wrong.
I mean, you don't know me that well, Akora, do you? I mean, assume you could ask me some questions. Just pretend like you're talking to Valerian. Maybe that would help you.
That's out of character. That's been my issue the whole time, because I am never good at doing that. Oh my god.
But in character.
In character, I'm still pretty shit at it.
Yeah, well,
But I'll try. I
Okay,
gotta try to be better.
yeah, there's nothing to it but to try. I mean, eh, these are vital times that we're living in.
You're right. You're right.
Hmm.
I'll try and have a chat with him. Maybe later on. Pretty sure he's still trying to figure things out.
Oh, Akora, I've got an idea. Let me try and do some demonstration. Maybe you can learn from that. And I'm going to turn to Romeo. For example,
Oh.
Romeo, whereabouts are you from?
I think that's a bit obvious. You know,
Humor him.
being a tiefling.
can find tieflings.
So what, you're saying you're from like hell or something?
Not? No,
Then where are you from?
the Rasa Kingdom. You know? The kingdom that's full of tieflings?
No. Hey,
Wait. Wait a moment. Otis's hands are like gripping the edge of the table. His knuckles are white. His eyes are so wide.
Uh-oh, you
You're-
said a trigger word.
Yeah. You're from the Rasa Kingdom and you decided to leave?
I mean, you know, there's a lot to see in the world, and
Just, please don't just start there. There's so much I need to know. Tell me all about it, please, Romeo. I'm telling you.
I don't know what's different from there to here. What do you want to know? She's like backing up. Yeah, like, exactly. Just like,
Tell me about
Sweetheart, you know that? Oh my god.
the people, the inventions. There's got to be loads of wonderful things. There are lots of machinations of that sort.
Where's Mommy Finwin when you need her?
I'm here.
I suppose we have a lot of those. You know, personally, I wasn't really involved a lot in that. You know, my family is more into the arts, you could say.
You're into the arts as well, Romeo. I knew we would be such great siblings.
Well,
I'm
not
just gonna like rub Otis's head, like
not
see?
not art. You know, visual painting, sculpting, whatever you call it. My father's a musician.
Oh, well,
Still counts.
you know, I've got an inclination to learn that as well. So this is just so exciting. Hold on, let me gather myself. I don't mean to come off as so
Here comes
overwhelming.
teaching Akora how to be normal. Otis loses his shit.
Going great so far.
Everyone's just staring at them eat like, I can't eat this.
Meanwhile, Akora is now gorging his face.
I take it you're an inventor of sorts.
Oh, an inventor of sorts, Romeo. You just
Oh.
have you seen Dog here?
Everyone is now tuned into the conversation.
Yeah, but that's like,
Mom?
you know, that's a pretty normal little creature you got, you know?
that would
You
be true,
saw
yeah.
that thing fight, right? It's a teddy bear.
Yeah, we got some of those there, you know, back home.
That would be true. That would be really true.
Yeah, she doesn't think it's weird.
That's normal for. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Careful, I think you're gonna break him.
Yeah, he is like slowly slumping into his chair, like.
Oh.
more-
No, I didn't mean it's not good. That's not what I meant. It's very cool. You know, I didn't know that was
Otis.
uncommon here.
Yeah, Otis, think of it this way. That just means you're following in the footsteps of really great people. You're on the right
Yeah.
path, man. It's okay.
I thought I was making great strides here.
You are.
You are for here.
For here. For humans.
Maybe that's not
Really impressive.
really something that humans make.
Oh. Oh. Maybe I need a moment here. I'll be.
Sorry, did I
back.
say?
Oh,
And I'm
Otis.
gonna stand up and kind of like walk off. For a moment.
Oh.
I think you're a child.
Me too. She's like genuinely distressed.
All this because we're trying to get Akora over his awkwardness.
Dear.
Well, Akora,
Oh yeah,
word of
everybody,
advice:
everybody, make sure y'all take y'all's long rest.
don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Oh,
listen to
yeah.
any of that. That was not good.
That was hilarious, I'll be super honest.
Yeah, Otis is like leaning down and like kind of whispering to the dog. She didn't mean it. What's she saying? You're outstanding. You're the best creation that anyone's ever created, dog.
Sweet
I'm telling you.
child.
You see his little nub of a mechanical tail just wag back and forth. You just see him,
Cute.
and just rub up against. I see dog just rubs up against you, Otis.
Dog, we have so much work cut out for ourselves. We've got to really show them what we're made of here. You're gonna help me, of course, right?
You see, dog just lifts his arm and just.
I knew I could count on you, dog. All right, teamwork. We've got this, and kind of coming back more assuredly to the table now. Gives a small thumbs up.
I didn't mean to insult your work or anything. That wasn't what not what I
Oh.
meant.
Oh no, it's fine. I promise. It's more so when you think that you've done something great. I know I had a lot of work cut out for myself, but just putting it into scope of reality is just a even bigger weight than what was already kind of weighing down in my gourd up here. Anyway, Cora, did you see how many questions I asked her?
I
Oh
saw how
dear.
flustered you got, darling. There. But yes,
Um, perhaps we should focus on figuring out what to do next.
yes.
The general plan is to figure out a way into the Feywild, but
We'll get back and speak with Valerian. Don't worry about that.
that is going to be very difficult.
Mrs. Finwin, if I may ask you,
Of course.
how do you think old Mr. Rowland did it in order to, well, so quickly?
I am not certain. Though I do know of someone who may know. But they are currently, as far as I am aware, in the Dwarven Kingdom, and that is almost just as difficult to get into if you are not trusted. I'm unsure if it would be wise for all of us to go and seek that information. It is possible that I would be able to get in and talk and figure out how to get there by myself, but I'm uncertain if I would be able to vouch for all of you.
Certainly. I don't know if it helps, but I do know the tongue.
It would heavily depend on the dwarf. But I do believe that if I do go alone, I would be able to find the answers that we need in order to figure out a way into the Feywild. But I do not know how long it would take me.
Well,
We may be able to ask for help from the Black Empress. Maybe that could help us get in there. I'm sure she has connections.
Think
Perhaps.
she'll want to talk to us while she's busy with her new little toy.
I don't think that's changed anything in terms of our interactions with her yet. I don't think she has deigned that we are a problem or something.
I mean, she's a noble, so I just assume she wouldn't really want us to bother her.
Hmm.
Well, she seems to like you, though.
Well, she liked one of us a lot. So, I'm surprised if she likes someone else.
I do believe that I do not mind taking the trek by myself. It is one I've taken many times. And it shouldn't be for very long.
Uh, I can't let you go alone, Mrs. Finwin.
That is very kind of you, Otis.
And who knows? The dragons last night mentioned the creator. Maybe, in some aspect, the creator would be willing to help us out.
Yeah.
It did mention that he would more so be coming to look for us. So. I do get the impression that he doesn't particularly like me.
Is that all you gave him last time?
To be fair, the first time I met him, I gave him quite a bit of sass. Perhaps it would be beneficial if you all went in search of the creator to see if he had any leads.
And you go off and do your thing?
Yes, it's just let's put it this way. The group of people that would know where Roland is and how he may have been able to get into the Feywild so quickly are very distrustful towards anyone they believe may be of harm to Roland and myself.
Considering they tried to I'm assuming the same people tried to take our girl from us. Basically did.
Oh, no.
No?
We are not talking about the Green Cloaks.
Okay. Well, then that's even worse.
Yes, I am talking about the dwarves. Yes, Roland was in a party with a bunch of them a long while ago, but
you don't think they want to be around a giant cuddle cat like me?
Possibly, but they are, again, very protective. My first interaction with them was, they assumed that I was leading Roland on in an attempt to hurt him.
Oh no.
I had no idea that he liked me, so there's you can it's very tense. Very tense. And they are quite stubborn, so it may...
stubborn as a dwarf.
Yes. Which is why I'm uncertain if having anyone with me would be beneficial? In a word?
I know you're right, but I don't want you to go about it yourself.
Hmm. You seem to be forgetting that I was by myself for quite a long while before I met you lot.
I was
I
about to
am
say
a
something.
ranger.
I was about to say something mean. I'm sorry.
Alright. I am a ranger. It is a very, very normal thing for rangers to go off wandering by themselves for long periods of time. If it brings you any comfort, I do promise to return. I would not leave you hanging there for, say, more than a month.
Otis gonna miss his mom. I just grab Otis by the shoulders and shake him playfully. Are you okay?
Oh, the talk of her leaving's got my tummy in quite a knot.
Oh. Did we make you anxious, kid?
Poor Otis.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, dear.
Surely.
Well, I don't have to leave right away. It would depend on where we go next, but I could accompany you all quite a distance if we are headed in that direction, anyway.
Hey.
As to be close to getting into the Feywild, you would need to cross the sea anyway, I think. Sam?
Huh?
I don't remember the map. The Elven Kingdom across an ocean? I don't remember.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Don't scare me like that.
Sorry.
Alright. Yeah.
Yes, you would have to cross an ocean anyway. So it would be a while, and since we would be heading in that direction, the simple way we could do this is that I accompany you until we reach the border, and then you will continue on to the ocean to cross. Or unless we want to think of a different plan, but
Sounds like you're our best bet. So we'll have to trust you. And I do. Pretty sure the rest of us do as well. Can't say much for Romeo though. She literally just met you yesterday.
yes,
It's nothing personal, you know, it's just.
I do want to include everyone in this decision.
Is that what you really think is our best bet?
What would you recommend?
Yes, that, and it
I
may
don't think we
be.
should listen to me for much.
Oh,
Last few plans haven't really gone well, but
well,
I'm at a loss. I don't really know what to do.
it would be better than nothing. And since the plan is to attempt to get into the Feywild anyway, and there is a possibility I would be able to hopefully convince at least some of the dwarves kingdom, the Dwarven Kingdom, to help us in
Hopefully.
yes, defeating him, it, whatever. It seems like it would work. But I do believe it's the best course of action. Though I do hate to leave you all so quickly.
not like you're gonna go off and get yourself killed. So you've been on, you've been around long, been around long enough.
Indeed, I have. And I know quite a few people who would have their hands around my throat if I were to die, so it would bring me back just to tell me how stupid I was. I don't intend on dying.
Speaking of dying, I've got a whole bunch of money that I need to give to you guys.
Ah, I forgot about that. Ooh.
Speaking of dying,
Hey, what? What
You
is
know, all the gold we got in the temple.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the yeah.
I'm just gonna take my coin purse and like take out 10 gold because that's what I had originally, and dump like the bag. Well, not dump the contents of the bag, but put the bag on the table for everybody else.
My goodness.
I don't. There's quite a bit in there.
Yes, and I believe Akora has a bunch as well. Correct?
Possibly looks into.
I don't remember
bag.
who had the stuff from the temple.
I don't remember.
Did we write it down?
I have 510 gold, but I think that was just where'd all my platinum go?
looking at my inventory like I would have it.
Oh,
Wait, did I forget?
Yeah, Akora, I think you used the platinum in the.
Yeah, I used up all my platinum.
Yeah, you know.
Making it rain to some people.
Oh, speaking of which, y'all didn't unequip Lari's character, so she's been carried off with a bunch of gold in her pockets as well.
Bunch of bullshit.
Well, you know.
Where should we even put her?
Did we look for that? Did Roland just take it?
Well, you didn't know that they were gonna steal her body, so
Well,
I think they just took whatever
True.
she had.
I know that Akora did loot her body, but I don't know how much he got off of her.
I do not know either.
Yeah, you did. I guess whatever.
Hey Sam, do you remember what we would have looted from her?
Oh, well,
Okay,
if you would have looted shit from her, then here. Do you just want like everything, or did you just want to take anything, of like anything in particular, like anything of note? I will ask.
I have no fucking idea what she had.
you want me to send you my inventory?
Yes.
I believe that Akora was specifically looking for the coins, but I could be wrong.
Wait, so I only care about her money. I don't care about anything else.
I mean, she does have a couple of stuff
everything
of
else
note, but
Yeah. I do have something that you definitely would not have taken, but it was very important to her specifically.
I might have taken something. Like, okay, tell me what were the important things that I would probably would have grabbed?
I had a staff of healing. I had one potion of superior healing, potion of mind cleansing, and then I had 701 gold pieces and 100 silver and 2 platinum.
I would have taken that, but I think we'll just divvy that out with the rest of the party then.
Yeah.
Did I grab any from that, Sam? From the temple?
from the temple, I don't believe you looted anything. You tried looting the chest, then you got zapped, and then you got distracted. And I'm trying to remember who looted the first chest.
I know it was Otis.
Yeah, it was
I
Otis.
thought that we all helped, but I don't think I got enough out of it to.
Akora got a lot out as well.
Cora's carrying most of the stuff because he's strong.
I think I am, but I don't remember anything.
I don't think any of us updated it. That's the
No,
problem.
I don't think we did.
Because we decided we were gonna save it until after. So we all know we got a bunch, but we don't know how much we got.
We need just a general loot table, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maze wasn't paying attention to shit.
Well, I think
We're all too neurodivergent to save things for later. Why? I thought that was a good idea.
I have notes for myself about what I do, but I don't take notes about what y'all do.
Yeah,
So.
I do the same thing. And my notes for the temple was Laurie is fucking dead.
Okay.
I
I know.
don't take notes.
I know Akora spent quite a lot of money to pay for the new long sword. So
That was before we even went into the temple. Wasn't it?
what? Yeah, it was because y'all hit the black smith. Then yeah, y'all would have got a bunch more stuff. So I guess we didn't divvy up that loot.
But we didn't. We didn't separate it. I think that's why. Like we didn't
We're
just
stupid.
grabbed it. Whatever was in that chest, basically, majority of it is in Akora's pockets, and whatever is left is in Otis's.
I don't take notes. That's my problem.
Well, I don't think Sam even told us the amount we got because we
No, he
decided we weren't
didn't.
going to count it. We did. We decided we weren't going to count it. That's why.
That's right.
Dumb.
Yeah, y'all
Damn.
never did decide to count how much y'all got, so I never told you. That's right. Hang on, let me go
Do you
check.
still have how much was in that chest?
Oh yeah. It's a few.
Okay.
It's a
So
few.
basically, we just need Akora to dump out everything but the 500 gold he has, and then we can start counting.
I will dump it out.
Wait, should we go back to
Let's
the
go
room?
back to a room. Let's go back to the room and do that.
No,
Yeah.
you already said you
Don't
dumped it
just
out.
pour a bunch
No,
of gold
fuck you.
out.
We can grab the coin purse, and we're just
No,
gonna
fuck you, we're
walk
going
to the
upstairs.
room. Just gonna head back to the room.
I'm taking the ham with me.
The ham.
You taking me?
Yeah. Picking up, I carry it over my shoulder.
Still hungry. She has not eaten anything.
Okay, there it is. There's my notes.
Okay.
I love my notes. My notes
Should we
for
have Otis count this?
my notes for my little for this little session is players took random amount of coins from the first chest. They didn't count it. He. The sad thing is, I don't know what I meant by that.
We're totally gonna skip to actually count that. We did.
Oh, Sam.
I don't know what I meant by that. So I'll have to double check that later. But I do have the amount.
Okay.
Because I did have, if I remember correctly, I did have you roll to see how much y'all got.
Fucking
You did, yes. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I had you all roll for that. And combining all the rolls, what the fuck was that? Combining all the rolls, in total, y'all got equivalent to 645 gold pieces. Right?
Okay,
Yeah, 645 gold pieces.
that's not bad. Actually, a really good amount.
Yeah, I know that when I picked up whatever, I picked up 600. So that because I only had 10 at the very start with Otis. So
Yes.
and I,
Well, basically, back to the room. We count it all.
Okay, then I guess since Otis already got his share, it would.
Oh, don't we
Wait.
need to divide it
Then
still?
how many that was left over then? Is this number correct?
Uh-oh. Is it not correct?
I love when I love when it's about a couple sessions later, and now we're like, oh, we should have done this.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the DM
I
is
called it too. I was like, we're totally gonna forget to count that.
and the
there
DM
really
is
we did.
scrambling to
wasn't
grab
a
everything.
good. Yeah, there was not a good time. Plus, I wrote a note that Otis told Kat to remind him to count the coins, but Kat died.
Cat died.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's a problem. People
So-
who have to remind us die. So, yeah, okay. I'm starting to see where
Right.
the problem came from.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it was 645 gold pieces that was left over after Otis took the 600 gold pieces because that's what he got. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That makes more
And then
sense.
the rest of us took a miscellaneous amount of that,
Yeah.
with Akora having the most. I'm pretty sure Fenwin grabbed some, but I don't know how much she grabbed.
Y'all can divide that however y'all want to divide.
I will
But
I'll happily decline from taking any cash this time.
Yeah,
I had too much.
so... Wait. Oh my god, I'm so bad with numbers. How much?
645 gold pieces.
645.
Plus 600.
And whatever Otis had?
Yeah.
That's-
That's
Which is
Yeah.
that's 12:45.
hmm
45? Okay.
12:45.
Do we just want to split it evenly, or do we want to do it...
Oh, I don't think I deserve any of that.
Nonsense!
Eh, we all kind of failed, so I don't really
Yes.
think any of us deserve it.
Into a GoFundMe for funeral costs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright! And
I'm
then
not taking any.
Fenwin's just going to go about splitting it, 1, 2, 3, 4 ways, since Akora doesn't want any.
There you go, Romeo.
She's not gonna say anything. She'll take the money.
Fenwin's including her,
She could just have my portion.
basically. Yeah, that's basically kind of what Fenwin was going with, was just whatever.
Okay, then everyone would get minus a core 311 gold pieces and technically 25 silver pieces.
Alright.
Okay, 311 and 25.
We'll,
I need
we'll say y'all got change. Y'all exchanged some gold with silver downstairs.
Wait, okay. How do I add it without having to math outside of Foundry?
go to your character sheet on D&D Beyond and just click on like the little
Okay,
Um,
I do have to
gold
undo.
symbol
Got
in your
it.
inventory, and then it just gives you a little menu.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out how to do it on Foundry so it matched, but
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
I was asking. Sam, do you know?
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
See, I'll figure it out.
That works, I guess. I've just been trying to have less tabs open.
Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, while all that's going on, Maze,
Mm-hmm.
as you're getting your share and counting up your the money that you have earned and gathering all together, you suddenly hear the Empress's voice pops in your head, and you hear her say, "Maze, I request your appearance in the throne room right now and bring your companions. You are needed. Your companions are needed as well. and all of you be prepared for a fight.
What? I'm the only one that hears that, I assume.
Yes, you're the only one that hears that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
guys,
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
the
What
Black
happened?
Empress just messaged me and said that she requests our appearance in the throne room and to be ready for a fight.
Are we in
Mm,
trouble or
Oh
something?
dear.
You got a lot of
mm,
voices in your head, don't you?
You have no
Joys of
idea.
messaging. So we should probably get going then.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Wonderful. Okay.
It feels like being called to an instructor's classroom.
Yes. Well then, shall we get going?
Only we're waiting.
Yeah. We're going.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd like to just have my Delaney's dagger in my hand.
Okay. Then, as quickly as y'all arrive to the end, y'all quickly gather your things and head back to the castle. Getting yourself prepared for the possibility of a fight. And as y'all get closer and closer to the castle ground, as soon as y'all get to the gate, you immediately see the guards are at the front gate, and they lock eyes with you, Maze, and they look at everybody else, and they immediately open the door and they start ushering the group in.
Oh dear.
Okay.
This can't be good.
And as y'all enter the castle ground, you hear the gate quickly shut behind y'all. And one thing that y'all notice compared to yesterday, there are a lot of guards that are in appearance right now. You're seeing lots of guards are moving around. You see a lot of them are sharpening their blades and they're inspecting it. You're seeing a lot of them are loading up crossbows and checking on their arrows. You're seeing a lot of activity is being moved around and guards are coming and going. Mm-hmm. And as soon as one of the guards by the front doors to the main castle looks at y'all, you see they immediately point at y'all and goes, "Y'all must hurry, follow."
No shit.
I guess
Okay,
we're following.
let's go.
Yep.
Y'all are quickly escorted through the castle, and as you're going through the castle, you're seeing many guards seem to be stationed along the castle wall, like along this path. Like a lot of them are standing at attention, and a lot of them are very heavily armed as y'all are walking through the castle. And it doesn't take y'all long till y'all get to the huge double doors that's the entrance to the throne room. And instead of being escorted to either side, y'all are escorted to right before the throne, like the two double doors. Two large black plated guards are on either side of the double doors. And as y'all are approaching, they look at y'all and they nod their heads. And with one hand, they begin pushing the large double doors open for y'all, and just immediately push the door open so y'all can enter. Like with no introduction, just immediately push it open. And as the doors open up, y'all are now can see inside the room. You see the large throne room to Maze, Akora, and Romeo. The throne room looks the same. You've seen the black stone tile floor that are on the ground. The several black statues going along this dark red carpet that leads forward. You're seeing the elevated platform that's rising the throne, and sitting in the throne, you see the Black Empress sitting there by herself. But what's different is you notice that the Black Empress is sitting more strictly. Like she's sitting, her back is straight, her knees, like her legs are straight, and she's sitting like an empress. Like instead of her relaxed state and everything, she is sitting with authority. Her helmet is on, so her face is hidden, and she is staring down as there's two large swords on either side, and you can just feel the aura of authority coming from her, the aura of an empress, like
The authority.
the authority, and you can just feel that whatever's going on, she is on full business. But she's not looking at y'all. She's looking down in front of her, like near the bottom of the stairs that lead up to her throne, and about roughly 60 feet away from y'all, as y'all enter the throne room, you see a large, like a small group of people. You see these people. They number 9 in total. You see 8 of these individuals are dark red armored individuals with blood red plate armor, shields at their sides, helmets covering their faces, and long swords at their hip. And they seem to be surrounding one individual in particular. This humanoid figure that's in the middle seems to be an average sized like female elf. You can tell by her pointed ears, with golden hair and tannish skin covering her body. She's wearing what looks like a dirty dark brown cloak that's covering most of her body, but leaving some of her bare legs out. Like she's not wearing any shoes or foot wear. She just appears to just be wearing this dirty dark brown cloak. But her skin seems perfect. Her hair seems silky smooth and everything. It's just her cloak that seems to be out of place. And her hair comes down to her shoulders. And you see, as soon as y'all enter and the door closes behind y'all, you see the humanoid, like the female elf, turns around, looks at y'all, locks eyes, seemingly with all of you, and you see her dark brown eyes staring at y'all, but they soon, right before all of y'all's eyes, turn a orangish yellow hue. And you see she gives what seems to be a very flirty smile to all of you, and then after what seems like a second, seems to change to a grin as she bares her fangs at y'all. Maze.
Uh-oh.
Thanks.
You are quick to notice that compared to your experience before, this would appear to be a vampire.
Oh.
Well, that's even worse than I was expecting.
Oh, shit.
As the door closes behind y'all, you hear the Empress's voice reach out, and you hear her go, "I apologize for the rudeness, but may I present the Hands of Unity to the court? Hands of Unity, please step forward." As this is what y'all see. And also, another thing y'all notice is on the other side, near the base of the stairs, you see the familiar pale-skinned elf Marie, who looks like she took off her kimono outfit, like kind of just tying it at the base, only showing her well-defined upper body, like very muscular body, and she seemed to just be at a ready, like she's in a defensive stance. Next to her, you see the familiar broody looking human Aragon, having his bow and arrow already drawn, and just staring at the vampires. But you hear the Empress's voice goes, "Please step forward, but we will all appreciate it if you don't get too close to our vampire guest."
Oh.
I must step close, but not too close then.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow suit.
Oh,
Car, is that good enough?
I'm gonna like turn to Romeo very quickly and just gonna whisper, I think we're the Hounds of Unity.
Yes.
Right, I was a bit
Really
confused
kind
what that was. So we got a vampires, huh?
Welcome to the club, guys.
yeah. Vampires.
I'm very much hiding behind Finwin.
I'm hiding behind Otis.
As y'all
Scared gang.
shuffle forward, you see the female elf, now revealed to be the female vampire, kind of just looking at y'all with a now kind of neutral smile, just resting her eyes on y'all, and you hear the Empress's voice comes in and goes, "Hands of Unity, may I have the honor of introducing Celicia. She is a representative of the network. Apparently, this network is a secret society of vampires that live underground. And they have come to us in regards to what happened at Little Root. And if I'm understanding the reports correctly, Maze, you witnessed what happened at Little Root.
I did.
Now, I would like to make it clear to everyone at attendance what happened at Little Root is and was a tragedy. That was caused by vampires claiming to be from the network. And since we have a first-hand account, Maze, can you inform the court around us what happened at Little Root?
A black mist like fog rolled in. We came upon the town and it was a sight. A lot of people had already died. We found the survivors holding up in the tavern. We held up there ourselves, helped defend it, and tons of vampires attacked, spawn. One that seemed very official. I do not remember if he gave a name, but he gave us reason to believe we see him again. And retreated once daylight came close. There's no mention of anything like the network.
Thank you, Maze. And you see the Black Empress' attention goes towards the vampire in the middle. And you see the female vampire still being surrounded by these armored, what appears to be bodyguards, who are still at a neutral stance. They don't have their weapons drawn. And you see that they're all 8 of them are just tracking the surrounding. You see, you hear the female vampire go, Mighty Empress, I do apologize for what some of my kin have appeared to have done. But I come here in good faith and to make sure the truth is revealed. If they claim to be from the network, from what it sounds like from your eyewitness account, it doesn't appear that they claimed to be involved with the network. But regardless, we want to make sure that you don't label all vampires the same. The network strives to keep vampire society a secret from the surface world, and to make sure we live in relatively peaceful times. We make sure when we hunt, we don't kill anybody. We make sure that when we fight, no harm comes to the surface. But we will defend ourselves. We house 100,000 vampires right now in the network in this country. And we want to make sure that no unnecessary war is brought out between my kin and yours. You see the Black Empress still like just rigiding sitting there just looking down, not showing off many emotions based on her body language. You hear her go, it is impressive that the network knows that the Black Order had mainly took over that town. So you have came to me instead of the Lioness Empire. And you see Celicia goes, just bows her head and goes, we make sure to keep up to date with everything that goes on in the network's territory. Quote unquote. We mean no disrespect, Mighty Empress. But I have come here with the blessing of the Council, who governs and leads the network, of a non-aggression pact with your faction and mine. A simple, don't attack people from the network, and we won't attack you. With the added bonus that if either side happens to meet each other out in the field to deal with these fakes, both sides will loosely assist each other to take out the other more dangerous threat. I ask this as representative of the network, one of 4 council members, and the leader of the Masquerade Blood. So please, take my request seriously, O Mighty Empress. And you see the Empress just still sitting there, just looking down. And you finally, after like a long minute that seems to drag out, you hear her go, I will have to think this over. I'm sure you understand. Your kind has attacked and killed a lot of my people. Whether you take ownership of it or not, I must look out for my people. So please, give me time to think it over. And you see Celicia kind of just bows her head and goes, Of course, mighty Empress. We understand. And don't worry. We will be, with your blessing, of course, we will be near by. So whenever you have come to a decision, please reach out. And then you see one of the armored individual kind of leans over to the woman, and you hear like you hear some whispering going on, and you hear Celicia goes, "Ah, yes, thank you, Amos. I'll be sure to consider that." And you see Celicia just bows her head and goes, "Now, we shall take our leave. With your permission, mighty Empress." And you see she kind of just gives a bow. And you see the Empress is still sitting in there. And you see with a flicker of her hand, the doors open up. And you see all the guards immediately seem to turn around at once as they all just and they all begin marching.
I'm getting the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
And even with y'all in the way, they begin like not even pushing or anything. They're gonna. It looks like they're gonna run y'all over if y'all don't get out of the way.
It's just gonna stand there.
Yeah.
To clarify, they're marching out the vampire representative?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll kind of like stick out my hand. Wait.
Okay. As soon as you stick out your hand, all of the armored bodyguards immediately draw their weapons, which cause every other guards around to immediately draw their weapons. And it looks like everyone's very tense, ready to fight. And you see Celicia just kind of casually looks over with a smile and goes, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
The ones that attacked that town, and I can't remember the description of it, but I'm gonna describe the one that we saw.
It was a male, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. I want to describe him to Celicia. Do you recognize this individual?
The description sounds right. So I will.
Who's doing that?
Lexi, whatever you're doing, could you take it away from the mic, please?
Yes, sorry. I didn't realize I was that close.
No, you could. You see, Celicia just goes, "Yes, I do know this person, and yes, we are currently trying to kill him."
Well, as long as that's the case, I'm pleased.
As long as you are pleased, Shadar Kai. Now please, move.
You could say that nicer, but that's fine. Yeah, I'll move.
Okay. As you move out of the way, immediately the guards continue, and as soon as they exit the door, and the door closed behind, all the guards immediately slowly sheath their weapons, and you see the Black Empress just is sitting on there rigid for a bit, and you see she kind of just her head looks down a bit, and after what seems like another 1 minute of not moving, you see she suddenly just that was annoying. God damn it! And you see she takes off her helmet and sets it on the armrests of the throne, and immediately you see Marie kind of untenses and just looks up at the Empress and goes, "Well, vampires, huh?" Well,
Yeah.
and you see Aragon looks over at you, Mason, and goes, "What the fuck did y'all do on y'all's journey? Y'all had like 5 different world-ending encounters happen to y'all."
Someone the gods hates us.
Like,
You think it was a choice? I don't understand.
fucking when we went out on our first adventure, we only had to take care of some fucking psychopath in a temple that was controlling an entire town with zombies. That was our adventure. Y'all seem to have like way more craziness.
Telling us. It's awful.
Sounds like it. Fucking vampires, forgotten gods. Anyways, Empress, what would you like to do? Do you want us to kill him? Because it's on castle grounds, then we can get the jump on them. And you see the Empress just kind of rests her head on her hand and goes, "No, what they're saying is true. The network is 100,000 strong. And as much as I believe in the strength of our people, we aren't nearly close to that number in our military force alone. And I'd rather not get my people in a bloodbath right now. Not without the proper support. So a non-aggression pact might be our only best option right now. Especially since they're the one offering it. Too many things are going on. Hands of Unity, please step forward. There is actually something I need to address all of y'all.
Alright.
Okay.
And you see the Empress kind of looking at each one of y'all, and then her eyes fall on you, Romeo, and kind of just tilts her head and goes, "Huh, you're new. I don't recognize you.
Yeah.
What is your name?"
You can see there's a moment of her being like, should I give a different fake name? Then she just, nah, just Romeo.
Romeo. A beautiful name. Well, I welcome you in my home, and I welcome you to my land and my people. I hope my people have treated you kindly.
It's it's strange here, but it's lovely, really.
You aren't the first to say that, and you won't be the last to say that. We are a mixed bag of people who call this home. So it is understandable. Now, I don't want to assume anything, but you have more of the features of a tiefling from the Rasa kingdom. Would that assumption be correct?
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean to sound like some fan girl, but would you be in a position where you can at least open up some negotiation between the Rasa kingdom and my order?
Oh, this is scary. So
well, well, that's I'm not really involved in all that, the politics and stuff. You know, I was pretty young when I left. Haven't been back in a couple of years, and you know, my parents don't really have any of that sort of influence either. I could try if you wanted me to. I could try.
Romeo, am I? Right. This is the first time you're meeting me, so seeing all that, probably not the best first impression I want to give. So let me correct it. And you see, in one swift motion, she suddenly just jumps down, like off her throne, and lands in front. And you see, with the snap of her finger, her armor seems to shift and melt and seem to mold together to form what looks to be just a simple black shirt and some what looks to be black leggings and just some black shoes as well. And she looks at you, Romeo, gives you a smile, and gives a very, very like fake, like a very, very like exaggerated curtsy, and goes, "It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is the Black Empress, but for people outside of the order, you can call me Rosita."
Nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you as well. Now, since you are new, and since I didn't see you with the group yesterday, I'm assuming they just recently picked you up. Is that correct?
Yes.
Very well, Romeo. I do apologize for my forwardness. I didn't mean to put a lot of pressure on you. If you can't open up relations or open up negotiation between my order and the Rasa Kingdom, that's perfectly fine. So, there is no harm, no foul. And if you ever do end up going home, all I would ask is you would allow a representative from my order to come with, so we can at least talk to the queen herself.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can do that. You know, it's a bit of a process. You know, don't really trust a lot of outsiders, especially humans. You know, it's understandable, but you know, yeah, I could do that.
Thank you so much. I look forward to working with you. Now, I must address the others, Mr. Romeo. So, please, just give us a moment, real fast. You can stay and bear witness to this, if that's what you want. But I must turn my attention to the others, so please excuse me. Gives you one last smile before turning to the other four and looks at each one of y'all and then kind of settle on Maze and looks at you, Maze, for quite a bit before proceeding to look over the group and goes, "You have all gathered together under different circumstances and under different reasons, drives, and goals. As you all may or may not know, Maze here was a part of my order, and I sent them along with their friends to investigate the town of Jerdama. It was my decision that sent them out there to investigate what was going on. And they have come back after, well, Maze, we're just going to be upfront about it, Maze temporarily have passed on. She died and came back. This loosened the gift I bestowed upon her. So, you have traveled with Maze for quite a bit, and you have seen my order here. I do agree that this forgotten god is a threat, and I'm willing to put some resources into trying to get rid of him. However, one thing I will not undo, and I do apologize if this may comes across stubborn. I simply ask for all of you here, besides young Romeo, who is still new to all this, to pledge yourselves to the order. For Maze, it will be you pledging yourself once again to the order. I will give the same condition to all of you, that under the order's influence, you just pledge yourselves to my goal, which is to unify the land, unify all the people, to make sure that there is no more war, no more unnecessary bloodshed, no more racism, no more violence against each other. We can all unite under one banner and finally have peace across the land. That is my goal. That is the ultimate dream I want to have. And I ask you all to help me with this dream. So, I will ask this once for all of you, twice for Maze's circumstance. But, you see, she then straightens up and slowly extends her left hand and looks at all of y'all and goes, "Please, give me your decision." And then as soon as she says that, everyone's point of view suddenly goes dark. Like, you see the world around you see it seems to melt off, like it's melting off of like a painting, and all you see now is just a void, like just darkness out as far as you can see. And you see yourself, and across from you, where the Empress once stood, you see what looks to be a figure that doesn't seem to have any type of shape. Like, it seems to just be made of black smoke, two glowing red eyes, that are staring back at y'all, staring back at you, and the figure seems to just the mist or the smoke that it seems to be made of seems to shift and bob like it's floating in the air, and then you hear a voice that seems to be both male and female speaks and say, "Welcome to this realm." Now, I did this with the original group, so I am going to do this with this group as well. We will start with the 2 new players who didn't go through this last time. So, we will say, Akora, you're going to be first.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So, Akora, just
Hi.
wait just a moment. Everyone else, I will be right back.
Oh dear.
Holy shit. I'm scared.
It's fine.
I don't believe you.
Oh, hang on. Just need to say something. One last thing. Do not tell Lexi what's about to happen.
I wasn't gonna ask.
Just making sure. Sorry, I'm just making sure the group doesn't tell Lexi what's going to happen.
Okay.
Okay. So, Akor, as you look around, you find the void around you. It's just you and this humanoid smoke figure just staring at each other. But you soon notice that the void around you is starting to fill up with grass and then trees. Like the ground below you seems to reach your feet. And then you see tents and small huts, and other Leonins are walking around. You recognize this place as being your tribe that you used to grow up in. You see familiar friends and family walking around. And in the crowd of the Leonin, you see the Black Empress is standing there, very out of place. It seems like she seems to have appeared as a Leonin walks by. And it doesn't seem like any of the Leonin are paying attention to her. And you see she's just walking around, looking around, and just starts to speak to you and say, "Your tribe seems nice. I would love to meet them one day." And she gives you a smile and then looks towards the left, and you follow her gaze and you see a very young you, a very young Akora running down the dirt path. And you see you're holding a training sword and seem to be chasing after another Leonin. And you'll seem to the other Leonin suddenly turns and squares off with you, holding another training sword as well. And the two of you begin to spar with each other. And soon the sparring turns into wrestling. And the other Leonin around y'all are smiling at you two as they continue their day. And you hear the Empress goes, "Clan Emberi was known for raising tough warriors. And from what I heard, some went into the service of the Slain Kingdom, being one of the Queen's blood guard as well." And she gives a smile, watching the sight, and soon the scene around you seems to change. Like it seems like time has passed. And now you see a slightly younger version of you, like maybe a couple years younger. And you are wielding now a simple longsword and a shield. And you are squaring off with another Leonin and what looks to be a proper like pit, like fighting pit. And y'all both are squaring off, and the pit seems to be surrounded by other Leonin, and all of them seem to just be cheering, like encouraging both of y'all. And at one side seems to be sitting in what looks to be a very elegantly looked chair. It looks to be a large black fur leonin with a white fur mantle and two great axes on his back, a scar over the right eye, and the leonin seems to be watching the fight with boredom. And you hear the Black Empress goes, "I hear every pride needs a king. I assume this is him."
Yes.
Looking rather bored with the fight. Could be, since he seems to have seen a lot of battles before. So maybe a fight between kittens doesn't really interest him. And you see the Black Empress just looks at you, gives you a smile before looking back down at the pit. And you see yourself still fighting with the other Leonin, who seems to come further into picture, showing off a black fur coat Leonin with the majestic black mane, emerald green eyes staring you down as you see your younger version's self is staring right back. You recognize this black fur Leonin as Naru of Clan Blackheart, son of King Nakuta. And the two of you are still fighting off, still squaring off, until you finally manage to knock the other down. And you point your sword to their throat. You see the black fur Leonin Naru staring defiantly up at you, and lets out a low growl. You see your younger self give a smirk at the sound of the watcher, basically the ref, call the match in your favor, and you step back, sheathe your sword, and you raise your hand in the air to the sound of cheering from all the other Leonin, and you bask in the cheer, but suddenly your instinct kicks in as you just feel, in one swift motion, you see your younger self quickly draw your sword once again and once pivot move turns around and slashes upward to whatever is behind you. And you see Naru, the black fur Leonin, was trying to backstab you, but the slash was meant to parry. That was your intention. But a hair too close to each other, you slash across the Leonin's chest, sinking a deep slash into his chest. Blood spurts out of him as he stumbles backwards holding his chest, and then falls backwards and lets out a low cry. And you see all the Leonin suddenly goes quiet. As other Leonin jumps down, a lot of them with healing capabilities, they charge forward to Naru and begin trying their best to heal him. And you see your younger version just staring down at Naru. And then you look at the longsword that's covered in his blood. And with a shaky hand, you instantly or really quickly drop the blade and take a step back. And then you look up to your king, Nakuta, who has stood up from his chair and is looking down on you. And your ears immediately flatten, and your mane seems to shrink down at the gaze of the mighty king. And it seems almost like he steps up, but in reality, he jumps off from where he's at and lands right in front of you as he towers over you, and you hear the growl coming from his throat as he stares you down. And you quickly fall to the ground and just show that you're submitting to the mighty king. And you see the mighty king just stares at you before raising his hand and slaps you across the face, hard enough that it sends you falling to the ground. And you see Nakuta still seems to just be stalking you, like a predator and just getting closer. And immediately fear takes hold of your body. But the fear that drives you to act as you quickly grab the longsword and point the blade at him. You see Nakuta just bats the sword away and just seems to jump on you and begins beating on you mercilessly as fist after fist after fist just comes like raining down on you. And you see the Black Empress, who is still standing over the pit, just watching the whole thing. And you see she turns to you as you're watching the whole thing unfurl, just like a bad memory that has resurfaced. And you hear the Black Empress goes, well, that hardly seems fair. But I guess I can somewhat understand. You killed Naru with that slash. He didn't mean to. But it seems fate has just inched you closer to him somehow. And then you see the Black Empress' eyes turns to Naru, who is still on the ground, and you see his hand suddenly goes limp and falls to the ground. And you hear Nakuta's mighty roar echoes through the air as more fists are coming down on you. By this point, your younger version is beaten to a bloody pulp. Like you are coughing up blood. Blood is going all over your body as Nakuta stands up. And you hear in a mighty growl, like a very deep voice go, "You are hereby banished. You can only be accepted back if you bring me the pelt of an ancient dragon or an ancient beast. That is how you'll be accepted back, with honor and with pride. Now, young Okora, get out of my pride." And you see with a large kick, like a very heavy kick, just hits you in the side and seems to kick you out of the pit and lands you on the side. As you see many of the other Leonin just turn their heads towards you, and they look back at the king, who seems to have jumped out of the pit and seems to just be locking eyes with you. And you immediately turn and see your mother and father, who are staring at you with wide eyes. And you see they both run to Nakuta, and you see that they're trying to plead for your case, and they're trying to convey your innocence and that it was an accident. But you see Nakuta looks over and grabs both of them by the throat and then very violently just tosses them in the pits. And then looks at you and goes, "Go before I personally kill them." With no other choice, you immediately stand up and you begin turning around and you run as fast as you can. Injured, hurt, bloodied, you keep running as fast and far as you can. As the last sight of your home, the place you grew up for the majority of your life, just falls further and further away into a distance. And you look around and you find yourself on top of a hill overlooking the of the tribe, with the Black Empress standing next to you. And you see the Black Empress you hear her go, "I do not believe your exile was warranted. You have defended yourself. I mean, what were you supposed to do? Let the king's cub stab you in the back for winning? No, I don't believe in that. But sad. Most of this atrocity happens daily, everywhere. Unjust ruling, unjust laws, corrupted people, corrupted kings, corrupted rulers. I want to fix that, Akora. I want to make sure this world is just. I want to make sure it is lawful. I want to make sure that it's not ruled by corruption. I want to make sure it is ruled by peace, honor, loyalty, and yes, strength. Because King Nakuta rules by strength, but he doesn't rule by just. Akora.
He rules by cruelty.
He does. Akora, I won't lie to you. I do want to rule. But I'll be arrogant enough to say that I want to rule through kindness. I want to rule for the right reason. You have seen my people. You have seen the lengths I am willing to go to for my people. So
Yes.
I ask you of this. Will you help me and become one of my people? And more importantly, you have seen a cruel king. You have seen an unjust one. I ask you to join my order to keep me in check, to make sure I don't become that. So, you see, she turns towards you as the scene around you seems to melt away into the black void, and you see the Black Empress turns into that shadowy humanoid figure with their hands outstretched and goes, "Will you join my order, Akora Emberi?"
I will.
Thank you, Akora. I will strive to make sure I am not a cruel ruler. And with your joining, I will bestow my gift upon you. May you use it with honor, and may you use it with pride. And
Thank you.
she holds out her hand for you. Do you grasp it?
Yes.
As you grasp her hand, you suddenly feel, you suddenly see the dark red magical energy seems to leap from this figure's hand and seems to dig into your arm, and you suddenly feel yourself get filled with power and energy. This courses through you. You feel your muscles are beginning to bulge more and seem to grow slightly more. And you suddenly hear the roar of Valerian, who seems to have appeared behind you. And you look back and you see Valerian seems to be twitching a bit, but you see Valerian seems to grow bigger and stronger and mightier as Valerian lets out a breath of black flames out of his mouth. He roars in the air as suddenly you open your eyes and you find yourself kneeling on one knee, bowing to the Black Empress, who has her hand cupping your cheek. And
That instinct, I immediately start purring.
that will be the scene for this.
Holy shit.
Now, I do apologize. I want to say I apologize because I know we didn't go over much of Akora's backstory, but this is basically something I came up with for this scenario. Now, I'm not saying you have to use this backstory at all. Like, you can if you want. That's totally up to you. You can even change it if you want. Like, you change some details of it. But this is just my interpretation on why Akora would leave his pride. Now,
It gives me an idea.
Yeah.
How he wants to become stronger to kick his former king's ass.
yeah, you can totally make that the tribe. That's totally cool with me. You can
Yes, take back the tribe.
take back the tribe. Yeah, that's completely cool. Okay. Then
Hell yeah.
I'll go ahead and bring you back to the others. But all I will ask,
Don't say anything.
don't say anything.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's bring you back. And we're back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Finwin, it is your turn.
Uh-huh. Oh, fun.
I'm gonna go make some food.
Okay. Let me drag you over. I will be right back. Alright, Fenwin. It is your turn.
It's my turn.
So, Finland, as you, as this black smoke figure locks eyes with you, you hear the male and female voice comes in, and you hear them go, Finwin, an elf in the wrong plane. Your fate has been changed. And you soon see the void around you seem to shift into the familiar homeland of the Feywild. And you see a younger version of you welcoming travelers from the rift into the Feywild. And you suddenly see, as the figures are coming through the rift, and you see your younger version. Go ahead.
So my Discord just crashed. I did not catch any of that.
Oh, no worries. I'll start over. You didn't miss much. Okay. So you see the humanoid figure locking eyes with you, like the shadowy figure, and you hear her go, Finwin, an elf in the wrong plane. Your fate has been changed. And you suddenly see the void around you seem to shift into the familiar homeland of the Feywild. And you see a younger version of you, along with your family, welcoming travelers from the rift into the Feywild. And as the travelers come out of the rift, you see as they're walking by, suddenly the Black Empress is there, like very out of place, and doesn't seem to be acknowledged by anybody else. And you see the Black Empress seems to be looking at the travelers, looking at your family, and you hear her voice go, Your family was one of the first Eladrian nobles to greet the elves from the material plane. And you see the Black Empress seems to look at all the elves shaking hands with each other, and you can't help but notice the younger version of Roland too, who has stepped out, just looking around and kind of keeping to himself as he's trying to inspect the surrounding. And as you're looking at the younger version of him, you can't help but give a smile. Still there?
Yep.
Okay, just make sure. You hear the Black Empress go, I can admire a good reason to change your fate. And believe it or not, I believe love is a good reason too. And you see the environment seems to turn black before shifting to a younger version of yourself and Roland talking about leaving the Feywild. And you hear the Black Empress voice go, Your drive to be free and to follow the one that can lead you out was strong enough to change fate. I admired that. And you see, she seems to be smiling, looking at the younger version of you and Roland. And you see the smile drops from her face as the Empress looks down. And you hear her go, "However, fate has a way of changing by itself." And you see the environment soon shift to you and Roland taking on a mighty monster. The battle was brutal, but you both managed to take it down. However, the moment was cut short by the Green Cloaks, by them rushing in and swiping Roland away from you, knocking him out and taking him away. You see your younger self chasing after them as best as she could. And you hear the Empress go, "The disappearance of Roland could be considered a fate change. However, it seems fate is a much crueler mistress." And you see the Empress says that, staring at the back of your younger version running away. And soon the environment shifts to a more recent memory as you are about to be struck down by the black stone statue until you see the flash of a dagger and the appearance of Roland coming in to save you. But he's wearing that green cloak covering himself. And you see the figure he seems to cast seems to elongate. A huge shadow that seems to cover both you and your younger self. And you hear the Black Empress go, "Roland ended up joining the Green Cloaks himself. He says it's for you. But is it really?" And you see the Black Empress seems to be standing next to you, and then lets out a sigh and turns to face you. And you hear her go, "Finwin, I show you this not to blackmail you, guilt you, play on your fears, nothing like that. I show you this because you are a fate changer. Like you, I'm trying to change the fate of this world. I want to unite people of the land under one banner, under one rule, where everyone is equal. No more discrimination, no more poverty, no more wars. Imagine what this world could be if everyone can work together." And you see she kind of gives you a smile and then holds out her hand and goes, "Now, I extend this offer to you. Join my order. With it, you'll have my backing and support with you. You'll never be alone in this world, no matter if this world is against you. You won't be standing against it alone. And with our combined strength, we can once again change fate. And don't worry, I can even help with Roland. I will do my best to find out what is going on with Roland in the Green Cloaks. And I can bring him back to you. With, I should say, more precisely, I can get you to him. So you can give him an earful yourself and make sure he comes to you. Finwin, will you join my order?" Lexi, you good?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out
No, you're good.
because okay.
Mhm.
So because the way the Black Empress went about that is like actually a very like irritating way to go about things to Fenwin, and so I'm trying to figure out what she would actually do.
Mhm.
I don't appreciate you bringing doubt in my mind of Roland's truthfulness. He is my husband, and with that comes a degree of trust that I must place in him. I fully believe that he is truthful in his words when he says that he joined the Greencloaks to keep me safe. Does he require an earful when I see him next? Yes. But I do not appreciate the way you have been talking about him.
With that, you do have my most humblest apologies. I am, if you can believe it or not, very slow to trust people. But I will take your word for it, and I do apologize for disrespecting the trust you two have. That is my own fault, and that is my own ignorance.
Mm.
My offer still stands, Fenwin. Someone like you can make sure I can learn to trust people. Or at least learn to trust the right people.
I wouldn't say I'm the best person to teach you that. But perhaps this will be an exercise for us both. I will pledge myself to your order. But do know that if my trust is broken, you will not be seeing me again. And I'm assuming she needs to reach out and shake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she reaches out and takes the Black Emperor's hands.
Okay. As soon as you clasp hands, she gives you a smile, nods her head, and goes, I will do my utmost best to make sure I do not misuse your trust. And I will make sure to even earn your trust as you help me achieve my dream in my order. Thank you, Fenwin. And welcome to the order. And as soon as she says that, you see dark red magical energy seem to latch out from her hand and latch onto you, and you suddenly feel your body begins to fill up with power, and you hear her go, as someone in my order, allow me to bestow upon you my gifts to help however I can. And you suddenly feel your body seems to you suddenly feel your body just grow with more power and energy than ever before. you suddenly feel your eyesight seem to sharpen and dilate and expand, and you suddenly feel your arms seem to bulge a little bit more, like more muscles is being carried out. And you look at your hands, and you suddenly see what looks to be the black void itself seems to be curling up into your hands. And as you grasp down, you see the black void seem to turn into what looks to be an onyx-made dagger in your hand. And you look at them, and you blink, and as soon as you open your eyes, you find yourself kneeling down before the Black Empress, who has her hand on your cheek. And that's where we're going to end this scene. All right. I do like that. I like that response. I do like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I wrote this and I saw the, and I typed out the whole like, Roland says this, but is it really? I knew that I would get a reaction out of Finwin, and I was just like,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah. She immediately was like, this bitch.
That's
That's the thing. Once Fenwin you have gained Fenwin's trust, she, like, full dives into that. She ain't taking shit from nobody about your name. Like, no. No.
No, I got you. Okay. I will bring you back with the others. And I will ask on this. For tonight, do not say what happened in this conversation to anyone.
Alright.
Alright, let's bring you back. And we're back.
I know.
Oh. I'm sure y'all all have riveting conversations while we were gone.
None. Everyone's zoned out.
Otis! It is your turn. You ready, Caleb?
No, yeah. Why not?
No.
Yeah.
Alright, swing you by. I will be right back. Alright, Caleb. Oh. Get back here. Stay. Stay. Caleb. Uh-oh. Did we fuck something up?
Hello?
There he is.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there, but
No idea. Alright. Well, round 2, Caleb.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see if I can convince you this time. Alright. So, as you're standing there in this black void, you see the humanoid figure made of black smoke snaps their finger, and soon the world around you will fill with lush grass, and you see a dirt road suddenly forms along the grass, and then trees begin growing on the side, and soon wooden buildings seem to be built board by board. And as you're looking around in awe at this sight, you suddenly feel someone brush by you, something small, and you look down, and you see your younger version of you running down the dirt path, and it hits you as the scent of your mother's cooking hits your nose. This is your home of Thaladin. And you turn, and you see the large lake appear next to the town. Your town of Thaladin, a simple fishing / port town that flourishes due to the abundance of fish living in the lake and the trade system that was established to all of the other towns surrounding this huge lake. You see all familiar faces you grew up with. The nice older couple that love to give you some candy whenever you walk by and just love to dote on you. You see your mother and father walking after you with a warm smile on their face. And suddenly, like somebody walking by, suddenly the Empress appears. Very out of place in this surrounding. And you hear her go, "You have a very nice home, Otis. I've been to Thalden once. The people were very welcoming."
So this is a question,
Hmm?
Sam. Am I okay? I thought it was from Hollow Point.
Is that what I put you?
But I'm like, I was just gonna make sure if that was the same thing as Hollow Point. I know you said it's the trade capital of country.
That's right. I did put you over there. Yeah, no, it's roughly the same thing.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it not a major detail, but I was like,
No, thank you for
mm,
correcting me on that one.
yeah, I was like wanting to make sure if it was the same thing or all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Okay. Scene.
Scene. Now we got some corrections to the canon.
Yeah. Uh, Mrs. Black Empress Rosita, ma'am. How do you know? How, how are you in my head like this?
Young Otis, this whole area, I guess you can say, is my domain. I can more see people's surface thoughts. I can't read their minds per se, but I can get bits and pieces of what people are thinking. And you, my young friend, it seems you have a very fond memory of your home.
Oh, who wouldn't? Loving dying ma, taking care of you, nurturing every aspect of everything that you want to take a tinkering in, and yeah, they were good to me.
I can see that. It must have been nice to have parents like that.
Did not have that yourself.
Sadly, no. Not me personally. Would you like to see?
Oh, just sure. Yeah, if you're willing to share.
I will give a warning, Otis. This might be tough to watch.
Oh. Okay.
You see, she snaps her fingers, and soon the whole scene begins to change as you find yourself in a weird-looking building, like in a weird room. It's very damp, and the air feels like very heavy with moisture, and you also see some smoke seems to outline the ceiling. This looks to be a two-story room, very open, and you see that there are many doors on the side. And you see what looks to be a hefty woman, like very, very large, and that seems to be just smiling at male patrons who seems to be walking into the building. And then you see a slew of like scantily clad women on the other side, and you see the hefty woman just points at one of the males and then points at one of the women and brings both of her hands together, and soon those two pair up and seems to take a room. And you hear the Black Empress just goes, "This was my home. this was the only place I knew of. Because my parents abandoned me. They didn't want me. So I ended up here. And then you see she points over. And you see what looks to be a very, very young version of the Black Empress. Like, looking like a child. Who walks up to the hefty woman. And just looks to have like dead eyes. And with tear stains across her cheek. And you hear her go, Mistress, I'm so tired. Can I take today off? And you hear the hefty woman just looks down at this younger version of the Black Emperor and go, what are you asking, child? You don't get days off. Now go! You and you! And you see the hefty woman points at the very young Black Empress and points at a very large, portly man, and then claps her hands together. And you see, seemingly against the younger Black Empress's will, seems to be dragged off to one of the rooms. And you hear the Black Empress goes, this was my life for the early stages of my childhood. I was used like this. This was the only way I was raised to be useful. So, I'm sure you don't. And, I'm sure you do treasure them. But, still, be grateful for your family. Be grateful for your parents. For they do love you. But, Otis, my goal is to make every town like this. And you see she snaps her finger and you're back to the town of Hollow Point, the great city. And you see you see yourself smiling, you see yourself eating some food with your family, and you see the lively town that seems to be welcoming you. And you see the Empress just smiling at the sight and go, I want to make every town like this. Peaceful. Happy. This is my dream. But like you, I am aware that all the power I gain, all the conquests I can do, all of that will be small in comparison to the greater power I need. And you see suddenly the scene seems to shift as you see your younger version pulling out, seems to be sitting on a wooden floor in like piles of books all around your younger version. As you see your younger self just enthralled by the knowledge that's in these books, as you quickly are reading, you're jotting down notes on the side, and you hear the Black Empress goes, you at a young age, whether you knew it or not, you knew that knowledge is a very powerful thing. Because we both know that knowledge is power, but it's so much more. Knowledge can advance time. Knowledge can bring new medicine. Knowledge can bring new agriculture. Knowledge can bring so many good things. And with your help, I know you will help acquire knowledge from all over the world to help achieve both of our dreams. So, young Otis, I do ask this of you. Will you be a part of my order and help make this town be the sight you see all across the land with the knowledge you gain in the advancement and technology of your inventions. Will you help and join my order?
Uh, well, you speak of my dream like you know it. Uh, what might my dream be? Like Empress Mrs. Rosita Mem?
I am not so arrogant to say I do know it. Your dream is your own. It's your drive, whatever it may be. Whether you found it or whether you're still debating it. If you join my order, I will help you with my full support to reach your dream.
And to take it back a little bit more, that first place that you showed us, that darkness and that figure, is that you?
In a way, yes.
I don't suppose you'd elaborate for me then.
I hope you understand, Otis. As someone not a part of my order, there are secrets and knowledge that cannot share.
Uh, I, first of all, I do appreciate you showing me your childhood, and I'm really, really sorry that things weren't as quite picturesque as the life that I knew with my folks and all. I really am. So I can see why you try and build yourself a utopia filled with folks that will love you. I can see that you've been chasing that your whole life and know that that means something. And we all want to find our tribe, right? Uh, but you see, Mrs. Black Empress Rosita, ma'am, I just started on my journey myself, and there's a, well, I thought I wanted one thing. I do still want it. But I've learned that things change so quickly that in the flash of an eye, I thought that I was going to be a hero. A hero. Imagine that Otis Summers a hero. Uh, and just again today, I've learned that I've still got so much work to do. It's very humbling, this line of adventure and work. It is. But all that to say, because of the nature of it all, I can't see myself. I don't know what I need to know and what I'd like to know in order to be a part of your society. In a way, we are chasing after the same things. I want to help people. I want to make sure that good prevails in a way. But I don't know if I can equip myself to be a part of your tribe just yet.
You see, she looks at you and gives you a smile and continues and goes, of all the rejections I have heard to this proposal, I do have to admit, yours is very sweet. I will not argue with you, because it does sound like you speak from the heart. And it does sound like you speak from your very being. So I will not disgrace it or disrespect it by claiming I know what you're going through or trying to argue with you. I respect that you know who you are. I respect that you know where you're standing. And the fact that you have said yet means that there is a possibility that you will join later down the road when you feel like you are ready. So, I will respect your answer, and I thank you for hearing me out, young Otis.
I do appreciate you and for the offer. And like I said, things change. We all change. Better or for worse, I suppose.
Very much.
They say that we don't, but
Very much so, young Otis. Then, whether we like it or not, here's to change in the future, and hopefully for the better.
or the better then. I'll meet you up the road.
My offer will always be open to you, young Otis. And as soon as she says that, you see the void seem to melt away as you find yourself standing before the Black Empress, who is giving you a warm smile, just looking at you, gives you a nod. And we will end the scene there.
Perfect.
Honestly, really like that. I really enjoyed that one. That one's really good.
Oh, thank you. Prop.
Clap us all around. Alright, let's bring you back.
All right.
Ew.
Bad.
And we're back. Oh, what happened?
We're talking about the 2012 TMNT, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show, and how Donnie was an incel.
Oh, caught out.
He was. Genuinely. Like, that's not a joke.
Well,
The writers genuinely made him an incel.
Welcome back, Sam.
well.
Hi, Sam.
Before, I'm sorry for interrupting this riveting conversation, and I'm sure you'll have time to catch Caleb on this conversation. I will ask this. Echoes, you're the last one, but I am recognizing the time, so I'll leave it to you. This usually, from what we're aiming for, this usually is going to take like maybe 10 or so minutes, and I don't know people's situation for tomorrow. I don't know if they have to get up early tomorrow. So I'll leave it up to you whether you want to go ahead and do what we were doing tonight, or we can save it for the next session. Or since it's all going to be privately, we can just do it on the side. It's your call.
It's about 9:40. You can probably do it.
Okay. Then I will drag you over, kicking and screaming. Now, Caleb, have fun with this conversation. All right. Round 2 echoes.
Round 2.
Let's see if we can speed this along somewhat. So, as you find yourself, Maze, in the familiar black void, you are standing before the familiar black smoke humanoid who stands before you and just locks eyes with you. And soon the black void seemed to take shape as it solidifies to make a simple wooden room. Just a single room with chairs that have appeared. And you see the Black Empress has sat down in one of the chairs and looks over at you and goes, "Ah, here we are again, young Maze."
Again, yeah. Didn't think I'd be back.
Honestly, not many people do this over again. But I am glad you are back. Not here, of course, but alive in the Order. So, young Mace, assuredly, you know what's going to happen. You know what's is happening with the others. So, I'll save us all of my visions and scene changes that I did for you in the first time. So, I will be very blunt, young Maze. I would like for you to come back into the Order. Come back with me. And the deal that we made in the first time of us seeking knowledge and power to help the future still stands. With this threat of this forgotten god, I do want to take this seriously. And I am. Do not get me wrong. But understand, Maze. I will go after this forgotten god with all my power that I have. But I want you to be among my power of the Black Order. So, I make this simple offer, young Maze. Will you join the Black Order once again? Reestablish yourself with me and reconnect with the gift I have given you.
At this point, I don't really think I have. It's like I have a choice. I know I have a choice. But I'm at a loss for what we should be doing. I mean, I can't really envision a path forward anymore. I don't know if what I'm doing is right. So I think I have to throw in with, and I don't necessarily mean this truthfully. I would clarify, but for lack of a better phrase, with the evil you know, even if it's not evil. I have to ask. You are in possession of an immeasurably powerful creature.
I am assuming you are referring to the dragon matriarch.
I am.
Yes, I am aware of it.
From what I understand, its existence shouldn't be possible.
I am aware of that too. Trust me, I am trying to figure it out on my end as well.
So you don't know the thing that brought that there? Do you?
No, that undead creature that brought this egg onto me, I do not know of it. I'm currently trying to see if we can track down where it came from right now. And results are varied right now. We're trying to figure it out, so to speak. But I would be a fool to not want to seize the opportunity and call me a evil tyrant if you want. But I'd rather see this power in possession of, if I can be so arrogant, someone who can use this power for, as you put it, a lesser evil.
Well, I prefer no evil, but obviously we have to do a little evil to make good happen. I see that more clearly every single day. There's... I can't... At risk of great danger, I can't elaborate. But there's things that come to me that may be flickers of what may come. I think whatever that matriarch is, somehow is a key to that. At least to one of them. Just... I say this out of respect for Minta. Be careful. You have noble ambitions, but the noble ambitions paint the road to a dark path. A dark future, I should say. It takes one falter in a step to turn history sour. You have a lot riding on you and what you want. And the mysteriousness, the conflict between you and the Black Emperor, the weird hints at what you may or may not really be with history. I need you to say that you will be better than what we have.
I will say it, yes. I'll in fact say the correct way. I will do my best to be better than what we have. But I would like to show you more than say. Will you be a part of my order and bear witness to it?
I think for as long as you keep that promise, as long as what I pledged to is still being sought, practiced, put forth, represented, however you want to phrase it, you have my fealty. But make no mistake, I don't intend to keep it if I see you start to lose your way. And I say that as tentatively a friend.
I would ask of no other type of loyalty towards me. And I will take it. For if I am to lose my way, I would like to at least straighten up and empower my people to be at least able to stop me if I do lose my way down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
Thank-
this, yes. This is no bearing on showing my loyalty. You have that for Dante's purpose. The last thing I need to say. Oh, hold on, that's great timing. Okay. Should in some way I may be tied to something horrible. I don't know how. I don't know if it's me or if it is something me and everyone else does, something you do, I don't know. But I ask, if I do become some world-ending threat, don't make them have to be the one to stop me.
I will promise that, young Maze.
Thank you.
It is my pleasure, young Maze. And
I'll hold up my hand like I hate this part.
she'll stand up from her chair and grasp your hand and go, Don't worry. It will go much more smoothly this time. Maybe. And then as soon as she says that, the familiar energy latches onto you and begin to fill your body as you feel the familiar power of the Black Emperor just seeps into your body, and it feels like a sudden like neuron in your brain seem to spark back to life and like click on as you feel that power that you were given come back to you. And you you blink once and you find yourself kneeling before the Empress. And we will end the scene there.
Oh boy.
The more and more Maze and the Empress talk, the more and more I'm just loving their whole dynamic with each other.
Right, yeah.
I fucking love it. Alright, let's regroup.
The pig. Okay, I got it. I know what it is now.
And we're back.
Hi.
Hello. So
We're still talking
Venus.
about turtles.
Venus has
Oh,
a
Venus.
girlfriend. Venus has a girlfriend. That's where I was thinking of it. In the comics, Venus has a girlfriend,
Oh, that's cute.
and she's a pig. That's where I thought the pig thing was for. Anyway,
How'd it go? How's the trauma?
Well, first off, is everybody present now?
yeah.
Yes.
Mel, you good?
Yes.
Caleb, you good?
We.
Okay. Then,
You sound so concerned.
as everyone one by one opens their eyes, you see all of you except Otis is kneeling before the Black Empress, who stands back and looks upon everybody. And Romeo, to you, you just simply see that one by one, Akora, Finwin, and Maze have took a knee towards the Black Empress. And you see dark red magical energy seems to have covered their body for a brief moment. And you see Otis is still standing, just giving a smile. And the Black Empress just gives a smile to everyone. And you see the Black Empress looks around at everybody and goes, "Bear witness, everyone, for we have new members to the Order. Treat them well. Treat them with respect. For this group is the new hands of unity, the Empress's hands, and show them the proper authority that they have earned and deserve. Now, everyone, rejoice in this memorable day." And soon the whole temple begins to clap and applaud, and people are cheering. And you see Marie, who is standing behind the Black Empress, gives a smile and nods her head. And Aragon, who's brooding behind, just slowly gives a small smile and nod. And you see more people are clapping and cheering as the Black Empress raises her hand and goes, "Rise, hands of unity. Join each other in proper stance and bask in the glory of being a part of this order. And know that I will always look after you. You will always have my support. And you will always have my backing. And I thank you for joining my order and for helping me achieve my dream. I will do right by you, as I hope you will do right by me. Thank you, my hands." And she gives a smile. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Woo!
Me with them hands.